In today's video, we will be looking at how the LM35 temperature sensor works. Then we will make a very simple project using it and the Arduino, followed by which we would display the temperature on the LCD display. So stay tuned. So to begin the video, I have with me the LM35 sensor module, which has 3 pins. Before we go into the pinout, this is a very small, a very low cost, yet a very powerful and very useful sensor in today's world. As you all know, a temperature sensor is nothing but for sensing temperature. So let me explain the pinout first. So there are 3 pins, as you can see. So the first pin, which is the leftmost pin, is for the power, where you have to supply about 4 volt to 20 volts you could supply. Next you have the analog input pin, which you have to connect to one of the analog pins of the Arduino. Next you have the ground pin, which is the last pin which has to be connected to the ground of the Arduino. So this temperature sensor comes in 3 different models. So I have the LM35A model, in which temperature could be sensed from negative 45 degrees Celsius to about 150 degrees Celsius. This is also very useful in places where, or for sensing even extreme temperatures in today's world. So the temperature sensed would be linearly proportional to the voltage through which we can sense the data accordingly. So now let's connect this LM35 module and let's perform a very small project. So I have with me my Arduino and the breadboard. So I'll just keep it like that. So let me just take my LM35 module and place it like that. So the first pin, as I said, the leftmost pin, I'll change the direction probably. The leftmost pin has to be connected to the VCC of the Arduino, which is to the 5 volt. I'm giving 5 volts this time. The next pin, which is the analog input pin, I'll connect it to A0 of the Arduino, which is right there. And then next I'll connect the ground of the temperature sensor, the ground of the Arduino. So for the first part of the project, that's all you would need for connections. Now let us quickly jump into the coding section of this first project. So now I have with me a fresh Arduino IDE. So now let's start programming. So first we have to create a variable. Let's call it temperature. We give it as a float because you want to receive the data in decimals also. So now let's also begin the serial communication and set the baud rate to about 9600. Next we have to read the temperature which is being received. So I'll just write temperature is equal to analog read, and we have placed the temperature sensor in the analog pin A0. So you write A0, and now we have to calculate the temperature and convert it into degrees Celsius. So I'll just say temperature is equal to temperature times 0.48828.25. This is the value which is being used as a constant. Now next we have to print the temperature which is being received and which is being calculated to the serial monitor. So let's just say serial.print temperature. So now we'll be seeing that the temperature is being printed on the serial monitor. So let me upload the code. So before that, let me just name it as temperature, and let's wait for it to verify, and it's gonna upload now, and it's uploaded. So now let us see how it works as well. So let me just open the serial monitor, which is on the top right end of the screen, and you can see that it is being printed in the same line. So we don't want that. So let us just say serial.print line, and let's just put a delay of about 1000. Now let's upload it again. So now the temperature is being printed. So in this environment the temperature is about 28 degrees centigrade, and it's being printing in very accurately about 28.32 to about 27.83. Now let me just try and increase the temperature by covering it with my hand. Now we can see that there's a slight spike in temperature about 29.3 now. I'll release my hand, and I think it is supposed to come down straight, but I think that's the temperature about now. So now let us also see how this is being printed uh, on the serial plotter, which is being provided in the Arduino IDE as well. So to receive this, you just have to click on Tools right there, and you just click on Serial Plotter. You could also use Control Shift L if you're on video. So now the graph is printing some data, but it's too slow. So for the graph, I could just remove the delay. Let's upload it once more, and now let's see it on the serial plotter. So now the temperature is being printed on the serial plotter as a graph, as you would see in most websites and news channels and all those stuff. Now this is pretty cool. So now let us print the same temperature on a huger scale. Probably let's print it on an LCD display. So let's just try that. So here's the Arduino IDE for the Arduino project, in which you could print the temperature on the LCD display. So let me quickly run through the code. So first we have included the LCD library, followed by which we have defined the LCD pins to the Arduino Uno. Next we have created a temperature variable as explained earlier. Then we start the LCD display. Then we print some initial text on the LCD display. Next we calculate the temperature, and then we print the temperature on the LCD display. So to be frank, it's a very simple code. So now let us see how this project works. Here is the Arduino project after all the wiring up and programming stuff. So now let us see how this project works. So first let me give the USB power supply, and you could see some initial text which are being printed on the LCD display. And now it is displaying the temperature, which is about 29.79 degrees centigrade, and the temperature would change if your surrounding temperature around the sensor changes. So I hope you liked the video, and please like, share and subscribe to this channel, and hit the bell icon so that you get notified when I upload videos. And thanks for watching.